Guys, I'm suffering. We're 5 games into the season. Liverpool have won every game. They're 5 points clear. They haven't even been anywhere near their best. But they still look a level ahead of Chelsea. They still look better than Arsenal. They still look better than Manchester City. They still look like it's inevitable that they're going to win. And do you know what's bad about Liverpool winning? Is this will be number 21. This will be where they overtake us and be the first team to get 21 league titles. That's all we've got left, is that we had 20, which they equaled. We cannot let them get to 21. Now, I may have zoomed in on the Premier League table just enough to get Manchester United in the frame, just to make me feel a bit better. But it's horrible right now being a Manchester United fan, because Liverpool are first. Liverpool are first. We are nowhere near first. They could win number 21. And look, I watched that Arsenal City game, and I wasn't very inspired by both teams. I think Arsenal have elite level depth, but I think Arteta as a manager is a coward. He doesn't give me a winning mentality. And I think Pep's head's been lost a little bit. And I just think, well, Chelsea don't look ready. It feels like Liverpool are inevitable again. So in today's video, we're going to break down Liverpool, what makes them so strong, the mentality of Liverpool. We'll talk about Ekitike, what Isak's going to bring, Gravenberch, how good he's been this season, Szoboszlai, Arne Slot, and why I feel like Liverpool are ahead of City and Arsenal in today's video. So do feel free to hit that like button if you enjoy, and you're welcome to subscribe if you're new. But let's chat. So, 5 wins on 5 points clear, already got a big win over Arsenal, which was a huge win. It's painful. I'm not going to lie. As a Manchester United fan, every hate watch, when I start to get a bit excited, there's Van Dijk at the end versus Atletico Madrid. There's Rio Enyimoa at the end versus Newcastle. There's the Szoboszlai scream of the free kick. The Salah penalty versus Burnley. Chiesa versus Bournemouth. It is so infuriating to just see Liverpool time and time again find a way to win. And the biggest difference I noticed was Arsenal at home at the Emirates, and I get making it 1-1 late through Martinelli's great. You've got a point. But the way Arsenal celebrated, you would have thought that was the winner. And I'm not celebration police. I'm all for celebrating. But considering, I think two years ago, that is something for Arsenal to celebrate. But considering how, for me, Arsenal are a level ahead of City right now, and probably more favourites to win the league, if you're at the Emirates and you need to catch up Liverpool, I would have been getting the ball if I was Martinelli and going to go for the winner. And Arteta lined up Marino instead of Eze and wasn't going for the winner. And I just look at Liverpool and I look at their mentality of they're just winners, and they have that over Arsenal. And you know what? Liverpool have had some average performances this season, but they're turning them into victories. Arsenal don't do that. Very rarely do Arsenal play bad and win. City at their best would play bad and win. What Liverpool are doing is, I wouldn't even say they're as bad as people are making out they are, but I don't think Liverpool have been at the very best. They have conceded goals from going ahead, and they've made games difficult for themselves, but ultimately they're still finding a way to win because they've got that elite level quality. And I feel like right now, there's two ways people look at Liverpool. Some people look at Liverpool saying they're lucky, the luck will run out, it's unsustainable, they'll fall off. Other people look at Liverpool and going, they're not even at their best yet, they haven't fully clicked yet of all the new signings coming in. Imagine how good they're going to be when they're at their best and they click. If they can win when they're not clicked, imagine how good they're going to be when they click. And we saw in the first half versus Everton, some of the football Liverpool was playing, they had clicked. You know, Isak's going to come into that. Florian Wirtz is going to have a lot more to offer, which we've not seen yet. And I just look at this and I just think Liverpool have got the mentality. They know how to win games. The confidence is going to wear on. They've got an elite level quality, Liverpool. And I just don't feel like City and Arsenal were there right yet. And I hope I'm wrong, but Liverpool have that winning mentality. They always find a way to win. And I feel like the media is talking about Liverpool this season as if they're not top. You know, the media's been talking down Liverpool saying they're nowhere near being good enough. It's unsustainable, this and that. But then at the end of the day, I'm a Man United fan. I would much rather be top with every single game won this season than not be top. Even if my wins weren't the most convincing, even if the wins were stressful, as a Man United fan, I could think of nothing I'd want more than to win every game this season and be top of the league and be 5 points clear after 5 games. I wouldn't care what the performances were like if we won 5 games in a row. The Frank lad could finally cut his hair because he can't cut his hair until we win 5 games in a row. You know, I'm sitting there thinking, anything I'd do to watch Man United win 5 games in a row. And it's been spoken down by the media. And it's like, okay, we know Liverpool can be better than this. We know Liverpool have made this hard, but they've been tough games. Bournemouth have been an immense side this season, as we've seen. Newcastle are a good side. Burnley, yeah, they could have made that one easier for themselves. Arsenal, good side. Everton have been very good this season. So not only have Liverpool won 5 games, and maybe they haven't won the most convincingly, but they've been against 5 good sides. Atletico Madrid, good side. And at the end of the day, they deserve to win those games when you look at what they did and the momentum they had and the chances they had and the possession they had. And because they've got that elite level quality, they found ways to win. Also, I will mention that the lighting in here just makes me look 10 times rougher than I actually do. So that's why I might look ill. But let's talk about them, because they are mentality monsters, whether it's Rio Enyimoa scoring in the last minute, whether it's Virgil van Dijk scoring late, whether it's Mohamed Salah scoring a late penalty, or whether it's a Szoboszlai free kick in nearer the end, the 83rd minute. They're finding ways to win. Not draw, win. And that's what sets them apart from City, playing for a draw. Arsenal playing for a draw. They play to win. And one thing that Liverpool have got, and I think if he gets injured, they could be in trouble, is Van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is a mentality monster. I remember watching that Atletico game when it was 2-2, and you didn't deserve to go 2-2. You had dominated them, but Llorente at Anfield is crazy. But Van Dijk wanted that winner. You could tell for the last 10 minutes, Van Dijk wanted to score more than anyone else on the pitch, and he went and scored. But you could see the way Van Dijk was pushing and pushing for that winner. Not doing let's just take the draw now, Arsenal style, Arteta style, pushing for the winner. He's excellent. Szoboszlai and Gravenberch have been phenomenal this season. Right now, Florian Wirtz is potentially on the bench with how good those have been. Slot has options off the bench, whether it's the pace of Rio Enyimoa, whether, he puts Gakpo on the bench and maybe tries Ekitike there with Isak up top, whether it's Isak off the bench, whether it's Florian Wirtz off the bench. Slot's got options off the bench, whether it's Chiesa. And I look at Liverpool and they've got the options off the bench. They've got this resilience, this mentality of we've got to win. When Liverpool have 3 minutes left in the game, 4 minutes left in the game, and they've got to turn it on to find a way to win, they're attacking, and they're finding ways. They've got that resilience. And that is what separates them from City and Arsenal right now. Because we had to watch Arsenal in that first 45 minutes come up with nothing versus City. And that second 45 minutes when Eze came on, they were a lot better, Arsenal versus City. But it was a lot of crosses that were going nowhere. That were easy and predictable for Man City to defend against. Then all of a sudden, Eze tries something different and Arsenal score through Martinelli. I just feel like Liverpool have more ideas. They look ahead. So let's talk about the Liverpool players. So the first player I want to talk about is Hugo Ekitike, who's got 3 goals and 1 assist already, and has not even played full 90s yet. He keeps getting subbed off before the end. Maybe Gakpo needs to get subbed off before him, based off recent performances. But he is pressing from the front. He's defending set pieces. He's being involved in all-round play. But it's what he does on the ball that's so good. He's got pace. He's got hold-up play. He's got movement. He's got finishing. But what's so good about Ekitike is how technically gifted he is. Out of all Liverpool's new signings, he's impressed me the most and he's probably one that almost got the least amount of talk after he signed Isak or because of the Isak rumours. But he's so technically gifted. His touch, his little combination plays, his pattern of play, his IQ, his passing is so good. It's not a case of Isak just walking in the side. It's not a case in the side of Isak can just come in and walk in the side, because Hugo Ekitike's scoring, he's dropping deep, he's linking up play, he's doing this, he's doing that. He could play with Isak, I think that could be deadly. Because his movement also creates space for Salah and Wirtz. His link-up play, his touches, his combinations helps break down the opposition side. If you've got to break down low blocks, you need those short combination plays, and he plays a big part in doing that. Hugo Ekitike is some player. Continuing on, Isak. So last season, Isak got 23 goals and 6 assists in the league, which is absolutely crazy. He can play as the lone 6. He could play in the 2 with Ekitike. He played in the 2 at times with Gordon last time at Newcastle against Arsenal. Last season, Newcastle against Arsenal. Ekitike, we see him playing a front 2 with Marmoush. And right now, with Cody Gakpo not looking amazing, you might see a bit of a front 2, particularly when Salah goes off to AFCON. You might see one of Isak or Ekitike go over to the left, but those 2 can play together. It's not a case of Isak comes in, Ekitike gets benched. Those 2 can play together. With Isak's movement in behind, his technical link-up play, his finishing, Ekitike's ability to create drop deep and combine with players, those 2 together could be lethal. And it gives Slot this tactical flexibility because, okay, you need someone to come off the bench and score a winner. Okay, you've got Ekitike, you've got Isak. You want just one of them to play while the other one's on the bench. Good solution. You can play them both. Slot can play Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah. He could play Ekitike, Isak, Salah. He's got Rio Enyimoa. He's got Chiesa. He's got so many options that make Liverpool unpredictable and give a different dynamic off the bench. Ekitike and Isak have a lot of similar things about them, and I think Ekitike is seen as the next Isak. So having both of them is crazy because Ekitike is good, but he's probably maybe not got the finishing skill of Isak. He's maybe not as proven as Isak yet. So to have both of them is insane. Oh, but my standout player is Ryan Gravenberch so far this season. And he didn't play the first 2 games of the season. And you could see his absence missing because the first 2 games of the season, Liverpool were 2-0 up and they went to 2-2 and their defence looked shaky. And I said, and if you watch my match reactions back to the Palace and Bournemouth game, I said in that match reactions, Liverpool missed Gravenberch. It's not just Konate being bad. It's not just a bad game from Van Dijk. A lot of people giving Konate a lot of stick after those 2 games. But I said you've got to realise that Liverpool had no protection from their midfield in the first 2 games of the season. 2-0 up to 2-2. And I said it many times, the midfield gave the defence no protection. It was open. It was easy to run through Liverpool. Semenyo did it. Sarr did it. And I said Gravenberch was a huge miss. And Gravenberch was a huge miss in those opening 2 games because look how much better structurally and defensively Liverpool looked with Gravenberch on the side. But one thing I've noticed about Gravenberch this season is he's shown his qualities in the box-to-box role. Gravenberch is the 6th. Gravenberch's playing as the 6th because Arne Slot has adapted him to do that because you never got a 6. But Gravenberch deep down is a box-to-box player because when you look at Gravenberch's ability to win duels, break lines and add goals and assists and carry the ball, that's a box-to-box player playing as a 6 because he's so good at everything. He's been so good at the 6, protecting the back line. He's had the defensive awareness I didn't know he had when he first played as a 6. He can receive the ball from the centre-backs. He can receive the ball at any angle and he's so key in build-up. But he's also very good at dribbling with the ball. He's also very good at popping up late and contributing to goals and assists, which is why I think eventually he could be a box-to-box if Liverpool sign a DM. But he can break lines, he can add goals and assists, he can win duels. He's not just someone that is good on the ball like a Pedri or Vitinha. He's also very good off the ball. He's also a very good duel winner, and he's won many man of the matches this season. He's developing into one of the most complete midfielders in the league, and he's a big reason why Liverpool can control games and also overwhelm opponents, and he was missed in the first 2 games. Another player that was missed was Szoboszlai. With Szoboszlai, he's so key in the big games. Whenever you play a big 6 side, I always feel like Szoboszlai's arguably man of the match with his ball striking, his intense pressing, his creative passing. But Szoboszlai showed, play me at right back, play me at centre mid. I'll do what you need me to do. I'll do the off-the-ball work. I'll do the pressing. He's an athletic monster, and he's already been crucial in big moments. The winner versus Arsenal, the free kick. But if you look at the Manchester United game last season, the City game last season, the Liverpool game last season, Szoboszlai was also the best player in those games. He was so good in the big games, I think, because of his elite physicality and mentality to chase and work hard and tire out their position. He's shown to be good in big games, and Slot is experimenting with him at right back, him in midfield. It just shows the creativity and the depth that Liverpool have. Talking about Slot, I think he nails his subs late. He nails his subs nearly every game. He turns to subs late, but I think 9 times out of 10 he makes the right subs because we see Liverpool win the game. He's got a mixture of players, some that are good in possession, some that are good in transition, and I think he mixes those players together to try and get the best out of them individually. I've been giving Ruben Amorim a bit of stick lately because I think Ruben Amorim's too obsessed with the system that he won't change anything about his system, even if it would mean Bruno was better or even if it would mean Maynard was better. Whereas Slot has his system, but he changes his system if he thinks he's going to make Gravenberch better or Salah better, and the best managers get the best out of their players, and I feel like that's something Slot has done. He's really good as a manager. He changes tactics and likes to adapt to get the best out of his side, which is something Ruben Amorim can't do, which brings me to my final point. Why are Liverpool ahead of City and Arsenal, in my opinion? Liverpool have more depth, they have more late winners, they've got a more settled tactical identity, they've got a manager who's already won it. I know Pep has as well. But City and Arsenal are dropping points, celebrating the draws. Liverpool keep winning. Liverpool want to win every game. They've got upgrades at fullback, midfield, attack. Not so much midfield this summer, other than Wirtz. But they have a scary ceiling, and they could be very good. Thank you for watching. Bye.